What's up, Libras? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name is Annie. I'm happy to have all those out there who strongly resonate with the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever it is for you. Everyone is welcome here, including the cross watchers. Welcome to your August monthly tarot reading. These are going to be messages the universe wants you to hear, see, interpret in August. Doesn't mean it will all be manifested then. That timeline is very personal. That is entirely up to you, okay? Most of this reading, majority is going to be, I'll say like 2/3 career and finances. The reason being I only do that once a month. I will throw some love and relationship messages to you at the very end, but that's going to be very short, very abbreviated. I do weekly love messages for the most part, so if you're looking for something more extensive, by all means check those out. There's plenty, and there's really no timestamp to when those are good. You know, they are evergreen, as we like to say, okay? All right, let's get some career and finances, jobs, internships, retirement, anything that wants to come through on money, court cases, settlements, inheritance, anything of that sort that wants to come out that Libra should be made aware of. Interesting, that flew up together. So my male Libras are going to be collaborating with a female fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. And non-gender specific as well. There's air signs and fire signs collaborating. For a lot of you are going to have a boss that is an air sign or already do, and you may feel like they're suffocating or stifling your creative input, or they're not hearing you. You're both master communicators, but it's like you're either fighting for the airtime or you're feeling like you're not being heard, Libra. All right, we'll call it there since half the deck flew out. All right, so there's potential to make magic with someone, particularly someone who is a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you may literally work with your spouse. It's not so much by gender, it's a pairing because of their wand suit. So, all right, let's do this here. I'm going to check bottom of your deck too, actually. All right, Hanged Man. So you're waiting on something and it feels like a mental prison. You're waiting for communication from someone that would allow you freedom from where you're currently at. It's almost like this, in metaphor, it's like being rescued from a job that you're miserable at. It's almost like you only see one way out and it's dependent on someone else reaching out to you, and I mean, I get that the situation might be complicated, and I'm really stripping it down, but I'm being told to say you need to free yourself from that prison. So yeah, especially a lot of you who are working a job or just a project maybe that you don't love, you see someone else as being able to, I heard scapegoat, but no, you see someone else as the key to unlock the prison. Do you understand my metaphor? And universe is saying it's entirely up to you. And I actually heard you got yourself into this mess, Libra. So again, I never mean to offend or anything by, anything. I'm here for empowerment, right? But it's saying there's a way out of this, but it's almost like a test from the universe, because you are responsible for getting yourself out of a situation that is making you unhappy. For some of you, and I give this message to my Libras a lot, it may be a confidence issue, feeling like you're not able to vocalize what it is that you're thinking or feeling because there might be repercussions. It's saying this is something you defaulted to in childhood. Maybe you were the pacifist or the peacemaker in your life. But yeah, there's particularly a fire sign that you're being asked to stand up to. It's like, don't waste any more time. The clock is ticking on this, and there's an opportunity for love and perhaps a peace offering, an apology, especially if someone owes it to you. It's saying, essentially, it's like, demand it. Tell them what they did wrong and why you feel hurt. Tell them how you feel, Page of Cups, and advocate that, right? Draw a line in the sand. Stand up for yourself. A lot of you are at a crossroads of potentially leaving someone behind. It could even potentially be a marriage, or it could also be someone that you've built a business with. You may feel like you're being called elsewhere. You're being drawn elsewhere, and you're absolutely right. You are. There's an Ace of Cups in your future when you move away from the land, when you move away from the territory that you currently are at or what is familiar. Some of you may literally be moving out of a home that maybe you live with your family, maybe you live with your sister, someone in a, or maybe, I'm getting there's lots of people under one roof. Maybe that's a company, maybe that's a home. So certainly that has to do with finances, right? Yeah, there's an Ace of Cups up ahead of you, but it's like you're looking for some sort of confirmation that you're on the right path. This is it. Your Ace of Cups, it's there, but it's not in yet. it's waiting for your ships to come in, but that's a convoluted message, because what Spirit is saying to me is there's no more waiting. It's Leo season, right? Wands, action, movement, energy, inspiration, passion. It's like you've resided here, you've settled here, and you're not comfortable, but it's a false sense of security because it's familiar. Maybe because you've always lived here, right? Maybe this is a metaphor for some of you who've struggled with anxiety or depression or something like that your whole life, growing up in a household where you were made to feel like a victim or something of that. It's changing your perception. It's changing your mind so that you're willing to go out and hunt, the hunter, right? The Sagittarius, the archer, to take aim and shoot after what it is that you really want. And again, wands, it's about action. Travel. Sorry guys. There may be travel opportunities that are coming into you. Or potentially moving away or towards a Sagittarius. Some of you may meet a Sagittarius in your journey, in your career path, that is particularly insightful or knowledgeable. They're not going to save you from the prison, rather, but they may offer you some sort of insight that allows you to see things in a different way, and it changes your perception so that you become the winner. You're no longer the victim. You're no longer being made to feel inferior or silent. This is about coming into your power and taking what is rightfully yours and not feeling bad about it. Not showing this sense of guilt for taking what is owed to you, because it's a blessing. It's something that it's going to make you happy, but you're struggling to muster the confidence to ask for what it is that you really want. For some of you, it might be a pay raise. I am getting a heavy-heartedness because you feel like you've gotten yourself into a situation that you can't get out of. Maybe you've been a very loyal employee for many years, but that job isn't offering you any growth. This might be saying you can step up and ask for what you want, and whether you do or not, whether you get it or whether you don't step up at all, maybe it's a calling that you're meant to go after creative endeavors on your own. Virgo energy, right? Hermit, solo. Little white dove, that's how you see yourself. You see yourself as a very small piece of a greater entity, a greater being, a greater company. It's shifting your dynamic to recognize, no, you're the King of Wands, right? You have that you have to channel that kind of Leo energy, right? This is a card of Leo, so maybe it's a timestamp of going independent, going rogue, going solo. Or bringing peace to a relationship that you've been struggling because there's an unfair power dynamic. Sometimes this can be like an oppressive boss, the King of Wands, somebody who rules with like a very harsh dictatorship. It's like the pre-emperor, right? A fire king. So yeah, you might be dealing with someone who again, they're stifling you. And in that case, it's interesting, there might be a shift in the power dynamic where the air sign, Libra, harnesses their very masculine energy, whether you're male or female. And do you know what I mean? There's like a flip-flop of the masculine to the feminine. So everybody has masculine and feminine energy, right? Everybody has dualistic in nature, dark and light energies, right? Masculine, feminine. It's almost like you have to view it through the opposite perspective. So if you have been a pushover, if you have been very like a doormat, you know, not asking for what you deserve or whatever this issue is, there's a push or a nudge in the right direction for you to be a little bit more not discerning, but do you understand what I mean? Flexing your muscles, speaking your truth. Because you're in it for the benefit of the team. That's what I get. You need to get out of your own way. A lot of you are questioning yourself. Every time you say something or do something that puts you out of the comfort zone, some of you immediately resort back to, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or I overstepped my bounds. No. You need to have this mentality of, I am who I am, and again, as long as you're doing it with a pure conscience, with pureness in your heart, for the good of the group, or for the good of your business, right? I'm zen, just fuck off. But essentially it's like, as long as you're calm, as long as you're even keeled, as long as you are internally balanced, have faith that you are making decisions that are in alignment with your spiritual destiny, right? There is an ending to something. 10 of Swords, something that's been painstaking. Again, potentially involving your Sagittarius with Cupid's love arrows, right? A target practice, right? You have a lot of Sagittarian and very, I'll say fire. You have Aries, Leo, and Sag coming across here, but there's a dynamic there that doesn't work, and then there's a dynamic there that could work. So you might be dealing with multiple fire signs, but something is going to end in a way that you're not necessarily anticipating or expecting, or it's not even like a tower moment. It's more just something you've been grappling and fighting with for a long time. it ends in a way that is not necessarily satisfactory, but it's about finding the silver linings. Well, at least I know now. At least I know that person's true colors. They've proven to me that they're just a monster, and I'm better off on my own. I quit. Maybe that's what this is. For others of you, it's closing out a cycle that was very difficult. Again, battles or struggles with depression or anxiety. It's coming to a close. Again, that doesn't happen miraculously overnight. You need to go through, proper channels of healing and self-love and all that. But something very difficult that has been painstakingly annoying, or however you want to say it, that is coming to an end. And then again, boom, there's your Ace of Cups. So there's two new Ace of Cups here. Potentially there may be partnership or romantic partnership with a Capricorn or a Cancer coming in for you. And it's going to be a relationship that brings you more peace of mind. And if you work on a team where there are people below you and you're having trust issues or dynamics on the team, you may decide to let two go and replace the cups with fresh energy to, revive the group dynamic, to bring some livelihood to it, or however you want to say it, some fresh energy, especially in terms of creative collaborations. Some of you are going rogue or independent. And I mean, I'll be honest, sometimes this can be firing, a severing, a cutting off. Some of you will be doing that if you're in a leadership position, Libra. And for some of you, there's a very heavy-hearted message of someone who brought you a lot of warmth and joy, someone who you got along with very well. You may actually have to bring the axe down on them, and it's harsh, but it's like you're trying to keep your composure, but it's almost like you're crying on the inside. Especially if you have a strong Pisces in your chart, so maybe a moon in Pisces or something of that sort, a Venus in Pisces. There's change up ahead. There's change and transformation in your business endeavors and your finances. Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. New opportunities are coming in, and there's money attached to it. For some of you, there's a price tag attached to it. So it's saying you may be making a very big purchase in the coming future, but it's new, and I think it's going to make you happy. It's going to allow you to relax. Some of you are making a very big purchase on like a luxury item, and so it's kind of one of those things I'm being told to say, you don't need it, but you want it, but I actually think it would do great things for your mental health. Absolutely. It would give back to you in more ways than one. Yes, some of you are going to be making a purchase that seems kind of silly or seems, I'll even say irresponsible. But again, you have to go with your gut instinct, because there's something about this purchase. It's going to free you from something that it's going to free you from dark thoughts or just negative vibes. Some of you may be purchasing a vacation of some sort. So maybe you're just getting away from the mundane or the work life, and it's going to allow you a little bit of freedom to breathe. For those of you who do resonate with being let go or being time off that maybe you didn't want or desire, again, it's a really great chance for you to hit reset and lighten the load a bit. Find the rainbow. Find some happiness in your life. Again, rainbows to me are such a indicative of Sagittarius. There's a lot of Sagittarius energy coming through here. Some of you are asked to dip into your subconscious, to dip into your dreams, to start a dream journal so that you can start extracting very valuable information that, again, it gets you out of this predicament. Some of you are you're dealing with a problem and you don't know how to get your way out of it. Ask your guides for help, right? Source, God, Spirit. A lot of you, it's like, take a vacation, pack a bag, go into the woods, go soul searching, right? Hermit mode. That's why that card came up earlier, right? This is the Hermit in this deck, and Jenny Lewis Tarot. Little White Dove. Find peace of mind, right? Organize your thoughts. Organize your life, right? Virgos are like very analytical and organized. Those are my Virgos. For some of you, there may be a business deal with a Virgo coming up. Something involving wedding showers or babies or planning an event. And I mean, maybe that's not your career. Maybe that's just something that's happening in your life. When you choose to unplug from your job and spend time with your soul tribe, you may have a friend in your life. I'll say a girlfriend, right? It doesn't have to be, a friend who is female having a baby or expecting. There may be news of pregnancy. You may be making a final judgment call on whether or not you want to work with someone, particularly a Pisces or a Taurus. It's someone who didn't listen to you before. And again, I feel like you have something about this, you have the power here to like cease and desist. You're not going to put up with that bullshit anymore. Yeah, a lot of you are graduating from a relationship that it's past due, it's expired, but you're going in the right direction. So again, you never need to force anything to fit your life. If something, it's just time and time again, it's not working out, someone's delaying communication, someone's keeping you hanging and playing head games with you, whether this is in the workplace of promising you the career of your dreams but not showing you the path or helping you get there, take it as a sign, judgment, final call, wrap it up in a nice little bow and move on. Graduate from it, right? I think a lot of you are meant to refocus or re-aim on something bigger or something better. A lot of you were settling for a life and you were destined for so much more. A lot of you are still like a scared little girl inside or a scared little boy inside. And it's because you didn't grow up in a household that taught you to fight for yourself, you didn't grow up in a household that empowered you, that forced you to make difficult or chase your fear. Really, that's what this is, right? To go after things that scare you, there is great reward in that, and it gets you money, but also a sense of independence, a sense of pride, right? Venus and Virgo, a lot of Virgo energy here. Virgo is not my sexy romantic card. It's spiritual awakening. It's a great card, but it's not necessarily a tight little couple, right? It's being independent. It's you stepping up to be the boss, Libra. Boss mode. Let's get you some more cards. Somebody feel like, some of you feel like there was money stolen from you or an opportunity was seized from you. So again, something could have been taken away, your pay, your money, your hours. But some of you feel like it was done so unjust. A lot of you feel like somebody else took credit for your work. It was something you worked very hard on and this person is gloating about how they did it. Again, particularly a Pisces, you're cutting it off with them. And I think you're going to vocalize, you're going to call them out about that behavior. If this involves a court case, Libra, I think there will be justice brought to it. There will be a call in your favor. And again, there might be money attached to it. Divorce settlements is sort of coming through here as well. The Hermit, yeah, absolutely. A lot of you are venturing out on your own and there's something that scares you, right? In the dark, the moon. Have faith that the closer you get to it, the brighter it will become. There will be illumination. There will be epiphanies. But some of you, and I know this isn't necessarily a comforting message, you're going to have to wade through that awkwardness a little bit longer. You're going to have faith that the divine is leading you in the right direction. It is not a time to stand still. Again, Leo season, wand, action, energy, empowerment. I just saw 11:11 on the clock. That is a confirmation. Through independence, you're going to learn a lot about yourself and the people that you've been keeping in your circle and your network. A lot of them don't have good intentions. A lot of them are power hungry and they'll step on anyone to get ahead. You're being made aware of that. Be careful who you're building with. Some of your allies, and you already sense this intuitively, some of the allies you've been building with, Three of Pentacles, they would stab you in the back if they could, or should the occasion arise. So it's also saying, it's not necessarily saying fire your counterparts, especially if you work with your siblings. There's a sisterhood here, right? Golden Girls Tarot. Times are tough and people sometimes resort to lower vibrational energy if it means getting ahead. Protect your resources, protect your money, put things in writing, put things in contract, Libra, right? Contracts, that would be wise. And I'm not trying to put fear in your heart. I'm getting that some of you are already working on a team where the dynamics shifted and it's every man for himself, and it's almost like you're the middleman. You're trying to bring peace and harmony to it, and not everyone is open to that kind of collaboration anymore. I'm sort of hearing like take the money and run. Be very careful of that. Start putting things in writing, or if you have shared bank accounts with people who you're kind of struggling with, deal with that, in whatever way you see fit. Again, I'm not saying you should do things that are crooked, that you should be the pirate, right, stealing all the treasure, but something about a small business that was started in your household and your family, you've grown out of that, and that message has come up quite a bit in my readings. Yeah, there's forward movement to do something independently on your own. There's a reason to celebrate in your future, and it has to do with the Emperor. Potentially a collaboration with an Aries. It could be a reunion with an Aries. Someone you graduated with, high school or college. There might be a business idea with an Aries, or it may also just be someone who uses your products, your services. Someone who comes to you like a client or a vendor, someone from your past that, again, you graduated with them, or there's a shared interest or something you do where it's mutually beneficial. You're ending something with a fire sign. I've gotten that message 3 times in this reading. Again, it's a painstaking ending. It's a 10 of Swords ending, but you're better off. Lighten the load. Get rid of the excess baggage that's weighing you down, that's holding you back, that's telling you you're not good enough or smart enough or pretty enough, or that you're too young, right? She's just a child, right? Some of you need to love yourself more, to honor your inner child, and to break away from a relationship with a business partner or in a job where it's kept you stuck. You're like a bird in a cage that's meant to fly free, but you've been told, oh no, this is your spot. This is where you are. And it's almost like you drank the Kool-Aid and you believed that for so long, but all of a sudden there's an awakening. Your angel guides, your spirit guides are visiting you in dreams, and they're telling you, like, that's bullshit. Cut that out. Enough with the like oppressive dynamic here. A lot of you have an interest in either working with animals or in or by the water, something in the water. Does that make sense? And again, for some of you, it might just be a vacation, but traveling across bodies of water, or, maybe you're a marine biologist. I don't know. Some like exploration of the sea, the oceans, the lakes, the rivers. Maybe you're a humanitarian or a conservationist, or doing good, ending pollution, or, doing good things for the environment. I'm not phrasing that well, but I think you know what I mean. Some of you are meant to like go way the hell off the beaten path and start like your own little community. I'm getting like farmland, growing things naturally from the environment, and being involved in like organic produce, living off the land, being a little bit of a recluse, a little bit, of a hermit, right? That card came up for a reason. It would be good for your soul spiritually to be able to like weave your own web and live off of it. Something about the spiders are coming through, and it has to do with weaving your own web, your own net that supports yourself, that supports your dreams and wishes, catching your own, fruit flies, right? Catching your own, maybe some of you are fishermen. I know a Libra who's a fisherman, actually. Yeah, absolutely. Building a business that you grow and create yourself, Libra, that is all over this spread. Giving back to the community as well. Giving back to the environment, to the planet, being a humanitarian, doing charitable organizations, working at soup kitchens, helping people who are struggling with poverty, helping specifically children as well, working with children, teachers. You're on your way towards your destiny, but there's a very harsh truth, or a blunt, harsh ending that happens. It dims your light momentarily, but that's why you're in hermit mode, to gain back your light, to follow that star that starts off in your lantern, right, as the hermit. It leads you to your star in the sky, your destiny, your divine purpose. There's an ending. There's an ending, guys. There's an ending all over the place. Maybe there's multiple endings. Maybe your marriage is ending and your job is ending. That sucks, right? That's a heavy message to hear. That's not where your story ends. So don't even start with me about oh my God, this is the worst and woe is me. Don't be the victim. Absolutely not. Spirit is trying to get you to see yourself as empowered, as honoring what it is that you're meant to create and do in this world. Value yourself. That is my 9 of Pentacles, right? She's on her way to becoming the Queen of Pentacles. So this is saying, if you're not here, you're headed in that direction. If all else fails, if things come, you don't have a tower moment here, but something you've been struggling, let go and let God. Don't shady tactics, head games, people who've been mentally abusive or telling you you're not good enough, or just keeping you stuck, pigeonholing you, right? The dove is meant to fly free. You're a little white dove. You're not little, though. You're like Mighty Mouse. That's sort of what I'm getting here. There's a constant ability to kind of cower or go to the side or not think that your truths are the truth or valid or important. Spirit is trying to, like a huge epiphany or wake-up call, that you've been giving yourself away for free. You've been doing jobs for free. You should have been raising the price because you're not valuing all the effort you're putting into something. Have power. Channel your inner emperor. Again, some of you are going to have an Aries that comes into your life, or a father type figure. It might literally be your father, whether it's here in the 3D or someone who has passed. It's like they're trying to get you to be that warrior. They want you to be a badass. Let's switch to the badass tarot deck, shall we? 8 of Cups. You're moving away from something that is not emotionally fulfilling. And the only person blocking you is yourself. Stop coming up with reasons why you can't. Start thinking about all the reasons why you should. Why you must. Especially if it has anything to do with going after that dream career. Even if it's celebrity, right? If it seems unreachable, out of touch, start making practical steps to go towards it. You know, start small. It is going to grow with abundance. You do have good money cards here. You have the Emperor twice. You have the 9 of Pentacles. You have the King of Wands. You have the Star. I think the Hermit is a beautiful card, especially for entrepreneurs or doing things independently on your own. Queen of Cups, the Queen of Love, the Queen of Money Flow, right? Doing what you love. And this is such a maternal energy too. Offering compassion and kindness to others. I just heard sales are going to be good. Money flow, income. Okay, it's important for you to find multiple streams. Again, lakes, bodies of water, rivers, but more importantly in metaphor, streams of income. Don't let it just be one. Have multiple forms of income. Some of you need to work on your website. You need to fine-tune your resume or polish up your skills. Because it is something about the gatekeeper. Things will open when you start putting more value into yourself and more pride. Show off your skills, show off your talents. Some of you are very self-conscious, or if it's not that, if my Libras out there are like, I don't struggle with confidence or something about that, it's when you put more time and effort into something, by default, you're more proud of it. That's an important message for some of you. And yes, it seems obvious, right? I just heard awesome and awkward. All that is a message for you guys. It's awesome and it's awkward and it's obvious. It's awesome and it's awkward and it's obvious. Some of you, you're like saying that in meditation, or that's like your chant. I don't know what that's about. Maybe that has to do with like a line of clothing. It's obvious. The answer is obvious. It's right there. Your 2 of Cups is already in your life. There's romantic partnership potentially with a Capricorn, but Capricorns are very hard workers. They throw themselves into their work. They may also be workaholics. Some of you need to take time for meal breaks. You're not eating, so you're not fueling your body to be that machine you need it to be. Some of you are going to work with people who are wounded emotionally, mentally, possibly physically. Especially those with PTSD, those who have served in the military. You may be working specifically with someone like that or with a group of people like that. A lot of you may end up being counselors, sharing your passion, sharing your own stories, and helping those along the way on their own spiritual path. Yeah, a lot of you haven't found your 1111, your destiny, your soul path in terms of your career yet. You're almost there though. There's going to be a breakthrough. The very last obstacle, you break through and then it disintegrates. It's 10 of Wands, the cycle is over, and that's when your aces come in. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities. A lot of you are going to have an offer, but it would require you to move a great distance. You're going to go after it like a bat out of hell. And some of you don't believe me. Some of you are like, oh no, never, not me. You're going to. There's going to be some sort of important opportunity where it's hot, it's heat, and something about the heat and fire. Fire is important. So I know that sounds crazy, but something about your career. Maybe it's a logo. Maybe you're a firefighter. Maybe you give people heat. Something about that. You're gonna go after it like a bat out of hell. You're gonna go after it very fast, and you have to break the obstacle. What is it in Back to the Future? 88 miles an hour. There's something about to break through it. You have to go at a certain speed. And I'm sure that's a metaphor in general, but it's like, it's time to accelerate. Step on the gas. That gatekeeper telling you can't or shouldn't or won't do it or you don't have it in you. It's like you're going to prove them wrong. You're slamming, or yeah, you're accelerating. You're slamming on the gas and it's like gung-ho. When you hear the calling, you're meant to act on it. A lot of you have a spirit guide that watches over you, And it's something about like being in your mind right now. It's like a labyrinth. There's too many obstacles and there's too many components and you get overwhelmed and so you end up here. Ask for help. Talk to your spirit guides. Look for confirmations. Look for messages. When they send you the chills, that means you're on the right path, right? Light a candle. Say some prayers. Talk to God. Talk to your angel guides. Particularly if you have a parent who's passed away, they check in on you quite a bit, particularly a Pisces. They're trying to show you the way. Connect with your spirituality more. Do good things for your body. Feed your body because, you have a new start coming in and you're going to be much happier, but there is a necessary lesson to free yourself from an oppressor or for someone who made you question yourself. Someone who brought negativity or self-doubt. Yeah, it's like you're clearing your conscience of that. There's a karmic lesson, Libra, justice, right? There's a karmic lesson, and it does have to do with loving yourself more. And then there's your ace. There's your Ace of Pentacles. All right, this is a long one, isn't it? All right, let's hop over to love. I'm just not getting anything new. The messages are repeating again and again. I'm being told to ask about the court case. All right, I'll do that real quick. For those who are involved in a court case or looking for a settlement, I'm supposed to pull cards on that. I don't know. Messages come through the way they do, right? What is the overall outcome or the court case? Should they pursue the court case? Queen of Swords. Yes, absolutely. That's you. It's positive. Again, be the warrior. Fight for it. You need to speak more, Libra. Advocate for yourself. Stand your ground. You're surrounded by a bunch of bullies. I don't like it. Will the results be positive? Yes. Ace of Swords is a victory. It's a new beginning. And Three of Cups is reason to celebrate. Reunions. Bing, bang, boom. That's all you need to know. The court case, for most of you who resonate with that, if you advocate and speak up for yourself and speak the truth, right? The truth shall set you free. I'm like a preacher up here. Reasons to celebrate. Three of Cups, particularly with anything involving a family. And children, something involving children. Maybe you fight for children, right? Maybe you're involved in a court case involving, child abuse, God forbid, or something like that. Yeah, the results are positive there. Tell me about love. Love for Libra. Again, these are going to be short. Lots of love messages up on my channel. For Libra, Spirit, help me out. What is in Libra's best interest to know about love? Page of Swords, messages. Are you writing love letters to your sweetheart? Is your sweetheart at a distance? Are you sending lots of emails, lots of texts, the person you email a lot, they have a crush on you. Or the one that you're messaging at work, they like you. Yeah, there's soulmate potential there. You guys met for a reason. It might be an Aries, that divine counterpart. You're at the end of the road with the player. The one who's not willing to commit, this is the end of the road. This is where it ends. If you want it to. If you want to continue to be strung along and not know where you stand, they will continue to message you. But it's saying, haven't you graduated from this? If you're not looking for a player, if you're not looking for the hit it and quit it, the road ends here. Stop. Turn around, reverse, course correct. It's like your GPS is like, I don't know where we are. Turn around, turn left. Like they're giving you all these directionals, all these signals. Source, right, is sending you these important messages. The one who burned you, the one who's a player, the one who has 9 different partners. It's the end of the road. It might be a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. You are headed toward, your ships are coming in. And they are going to come in, and they're actually going to come in fast. Usually I get the opposite. They're coming in, but it's slow. Your ships come in actually quite fast. Wheel of Fortune, absolutely. Expansion in your love life. Cupid's arrows. Maybe it's a Sagittarius, and there might be multiple Sagittarians involved here. The Emperor. There's a Wheel of Fortune with an Emperor, with an Aries. You have Aries coming up twice. Soulmate potential with an Aries. Who do you want to, that expression where you hang your hat at the end of a long day, at the end of a long work day, who do you want to come home to? For a lot of you, you might be excelling in your career and your partner isn't, and they're feeling self-conscious about it. So again, it's like a taste, it's like not a taste of your own medicine, but it's like you're being asked to empower them, to give them a whole bunch of, not do it for them. You can't heal anyone or make their situation better per se. But yeah, you're being asked to help empower someone, to tell them how great they are, to motivate them and inspire them in their own love life. It might be an Aries who's very headstrong and very proud. They feel self-conscious around you because you're making strides in your career. There may also be someone reaching out to you to borrow money, especially for their own career, to build their business. Yeah, there's absolutely someone looking for a handout, 5 of coins, because they're down on their luck. They don't have a lot of money. It might be an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, although that doesn't sound right to me, but you know, maybe. But yeah, that's the thing. I just heard if you give a mouse a cookie, or that book, if you give a moose a muffin, if you give them a little bit, they're going to come back for more again and again. And again, it might be a situation that it's very mentally abusive or manipulative is the correct term. It's probably someone in your family or a relationship. It could even be your child, you know, whether your child is 16 or, you know, 36. They may keep coming to you for money, and it's like it's putting you in a bind. It's like it's grabbing your hand, it's grabbing your wallet, and it's not letting go. You need to establish healthy boundaries. Establish a healthy foundation for how you want this relationship to grow. There's a weird, I don't mean to be judgmental, but there's an unusual message of somebody who, sorry guys, they're giving you love and romance, but it's because they need your money. It's kind of like I'm not making it like a prostitution thing, but in metaphor, there is something about that where it's like it's like a sugar daddy type situation. Maybe it's you, Libra. Maybe you're sleeping with someone because they're paying your bills. Be real careful with that. Be real careful with that. There's devil energy there. You're avoiding a difficult decision or situation to break something off, potentially with a Pisces. Universe is saying if you're feeling like it's time to move on, that's your confirmation. 6 of Swords is moving on because you're going to gain some sort of mental clarity by either trying it on your own for a little bit or moving on from the player, the one who's stringing you along and not committing. Again, it's the end of the road. That's where it ends. Tell me about the Aquarius. The Aquarius is coming through. My deck's upside down. Okay, the Aquarius will communicate. There's warmth and affection there. There's flirtation. They might be significantly younger than you or vice versa. There might be an age difference. You may end up dating someone who has multiple kids or twins for that matter. Or just a very light-hearted earth sign, which if you found that, good for you. You know, some earth signs can tend to be a little bit serious, right? They take everything very seriously. It's not to say that they're not warm and delightful. I love my earth signs. But you may have found an earth sign who packs a lot of heat, who packs a lot of warmth. It could be in Leo season. Yeah, you start to build with someone more. You continue to build with the fire or the earth sign. And there might be wedding bells there in the future. Yeah, children. Something about children is very important. So I don't know if you have a child who is a Leo, an Aries, Sag, or an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or maybe you're going to end up having children with the Leo. Maybe you end up dating a Leo who already has children. There's something about 2 children coming through here. Maybe it's just the message when you guys are together, it feels very young at heart. You make me feel so young. That Frank Sinatra song. There's a fun, childlike wonderment. There's an energy about this relationship. It's very positive. It's soulmate energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, they pick you up when you're feeling down and vice versa. There's a nice give and take when someone is down and out. The other person comes in and can take it for the team, can carry the team forward. Yeah, there's someone playing head games, and it's because they have options. You're being asked to hold back on communications because it's like you're sending off messages and getting nothing back. I just heard you're firing blanks. That may have to do with the sexuality in the bedroom. If you're having trouble conceiving, it's someone's firing blanks, I heard. In which case you may want to seek out options for donors and do some sort of I don't know if it's artificial insemination, but yeah, there's actually a message coming through. Okay, that's more if you're racking your brain of why can't we get pregnant? Why isn't this a thing? Yeah, medically, go see a doctor. There's something more to it than just, it's not working this time or whatever. You have earth signs coming in, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's a lot of love in their heart. And then there's a fire sign that's going to be jealous. But again, don't go back to the ex who strung you along. All of a sudden they want to come after you because you have options and they know it. So anyway, there does seem to be positive movement here towards soulmate energy. Again, Leo, Aries, Leo, Sag, possibly someone with children. Again, maybe an earth sign. All right, Libra, that's what I got for you lovelies. I hope that helped. I hope that gave you some confirmation, some illumination to things, some positive messages of things coming in, and also what needs to be left behind. There were endings, major endings, but positive, right? Bringing about good change. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below it resonates. I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.